Hey guys, so today I am starting a tea garden and I will be using the winter sowing method to start my herbs and flowers for this tea garden. If you're not familiar with the winter sowing method, I will link a video down below that gives you a step-by-step guide of how to do winter sowing. Now, last year I created a small vegetable garden and I plan on expanding it by adding 2 additional beds. And one of those beds I would like to dedicate to the herbs and flowers for making teas. I'm going to share with you the herbs and flowers that I selected for starting my tea garden.
So first I have this Agastache Navajo Sunset, which is also referred to as hyssop or hummingbird mint. It is a perennial for zones 6 through 10 and it is frost hardy. The seeds are very small, so you do want to surface sow them as light aids in the germination. The flowers bloom from midsummer until frost, and all parts are edible. You can use both the flowers and the leaves to make your tea. Some say the flavor is similar to licorice, while others say it is minty. It's typically used to support colds, coughs, and respiratory issues. Now, this plant is in the mint family, so it can easily self-seed. So to control it, you want to be sure to cut the spent flowers before they go to seed. This plant is very deer and rabbit resistant, and hummingbirds absolutely love it. Next is this lemon balm, which I'm really looking forward to this one. It is a perennial from zones 3 through 7. It is frost hardy. And once again, the seeds are very small, so you do need to surface sow them as light aids in the germination. It is used for cooking, garnishes, and teas. The leaves have a scent of lemon with a hint of mint. It is used to promote relaxation and to reduce stress. Now, this plant is also in the mint family, so it can self-seed quite easily. So to control it, you want to harvest the tops before they go to flower. But if you do let it flower, the bees absolutely love this plant. English lavender is a great one for teas. It is a perennial from zone 5 and above. It is frost hardy, and you need to surface sow as these are small seeds and light aids in the germination. The bloom time is early summer, and it is used for culinary, aromatherapy, oils, lotions, soaps, and tea. All lavender are edible, but English variety is the best for culinary use. It has a sweet floral aroma, and it eases anxiety and promotes better sleep. The plant is deer and rabbit resistant and drought tolerant once it is established, and it attracts bees. This chamomile I grew last year, so I'm excited to grow it again this year. This is an annual. It is frost hardy, and you do need to surface sow this as the seeds are very small and you need the light to help germinate them. This Polish variety has large flowers, so easier to pick, as the flowers is what you use to make the tea. The flowers bloom through the summer, but you do need to deadhead it to ensure that it continues flowering. It is best known for its soothing and calming properties and its fruity apple-like flavor. Tulsi basil is one that I will not be winter sowing until late March or early April. This is also referred to as holy basil. It is a tender annual, so it is not frost hardy. It is perennial though for zones 10B and 11. It is part of the mint family, so it self-sows readily. You will want to cut back the flowers before they form seeds if you want to control it in the garden. The most common way to consume Tulsi basil is to drink it as a tea, and it eases stress and restores energy. The flavor profile is often described as similar to cloves and anise with a hint of mint and a slight peppery note. If you do let it flower, it does attract bees. So one of the fun things about growing your own herbs to make teas is that you can create your own combinations. And here's a list of the combinations that I'm considering with the plants that I'll be growing this year.
But there are many herbs and flowers that can be used for tea gardens. So I've gathered a list of various different perennials, annuals, herbs, and flowers that you can use to make a tea garden.
So as a bonus, I have another list of plants that you could grow in your garden to use to make teas. Now, not all of these might be able to be grown by seed and might be best to actually purchase a plant. But here are just other ones that you may already even have in the garden. But not only are all these plants good for making tea and other culinary uses, many also have flowers that can bring color to your garden as well as attracting pollinators. If you're new to gardening and love tea, growing herbs for tea is absolutely the best place to begin. You can grow many of these herbs in containers and you don't need a lot of space. If you're an expert gardener but haven't grown a tea garden yet, perhaps this is a year you give it a try. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.